Jesteśmy w Ilian, w naszym zamku. Stąd też wyruszymy dalej. Najpierw pozwolimy sobie zebrać nasze zapasy. Pozwolimy sobie również wytrenować nasze jednostki. Bardzo dobrze. Niby nie są to wielkie cyfry z poziomu na poziom, ale lepiej mieć niż nie mieć. Gather resources już sobie zbierałem, ok. Research spells. Shift surrounding allies between the planes of the living and dead, granting incorporeal and evasive to the target. Ok. Tutaj mamy flaming weapons. O, to się może przydać. Imbues weapons of melee and ranged allies with fire. Czyli podpalają nasze ataki. A tutaj trochę tego mamy. Inspires the target with darkest prayer, strengthening the target's unholy damage. Grants unholy might and motivated to the target. Czyli nasze obrażenia zadają unholy damage. Tutaj zyskujemy agile and quick. Tutaj zyskujemy divine protection i improved critical. I bronimy się przed divine damage. Imbue allies attack and abilities with poison, czyli po prostu nasze ataki zatruwają. Tymczasem to by było na tyle. I teraz tak. Czy my możemy przetrenować jakieś jednostki? Możemy. Z tego co ja pamiętam, w ogóle straciłem łucznika mojego kochanego. Dobra, tyle wystarczy. Blacksmitha na razie nie potrzebujemy. Ale co to w ogóle? Arkanista jest jakiś, ale arkanisty chyba nie potrzebuje. Chyba. Bo tutaj mogę initiate'a jakiegoś. Dobra. Pokażcie mi tylko, jaki ja potrzebuję budynek, żeby jeszcze ulepszyć to, co ja w ogóle mam w swojej armii. Banshee. Okej, Banshee. Banshee jest tutaj. Bardzo dobrze. No i teraz mamy 100%, a więc możemy wejść sobie do zamku i możemy pierw porozmawiać sobie z naszymi sojusznikami. I never thought Ilian would stir the necromancer, but here we are. Assume a thing will not happen and it almost certainly comes to pass. You can say that again. The question is now, what will you do here? I have a role in mind, Magister. The mortal flesh of my mind can't recall the word. Is it some kind of a wraith? A dark warlord commanding armies of rotting ghouls? Close, a royal magister would guide Alien's higher learning, its arts, and most importantly, its magic. Then a magister I shall be. I will be the most vile contemplate magister in all the land. Sounds like we have a deal, royal magister Eamar. I want to talk about the history of each race. Let's discuss the Legion. They feast on second woken like we are delicates. But it isn't our rotting flesh. The demons have an appetite for dark energy. They are technically the youngest of the races, having been born from Befrizen rage after the High Father imprisoned him in Venda. But their souls existed across the many celestial planes for an eternity. They are cunning and capable of begwilling anyone, even their god. If anyone could give me insight into how to handle the second Woken, it's you. The second Woken appear chaotic, but we have a society. It is a deeply entrenched caste system. Deviating from your castle means death. Lately, we are divided in a different way. Mortis and the Council of Six demand subjective and subservience, but the people long for freedom. The only custom uniting the castes of my people is that we all reproduce the same way while waking the recently dead. I know you've had some experience dealing with elves in the past. Of all the races, they are the most cruel and the most divided. They also claim to be the oldest. Galean created them before any other mortal race. But so much of this world has been lost until time. Galean's departure from this plane caused the schism. The elves split in two, losing their homes and their minds in the process. Now they falsely lay claim to Greyleaf. They falsely lay claim to many things. They are endlessly cruel, and that's coming from a necromancer. Before you woke a second time, you were an agent of the Empire, right? Emperor Domesthenes had me executed for my work in necromancy, but I bear the people no ill will. One day they will all die, and I will be there for them. Until then, I don't intend to waste my immortality pandering to the unwoken. Back to the matter at hand. We need allies. I'm going to the Whitelands to meet the elves. I had heard the mountain are not dwarven originally, but made by the angels themselves. Imagine. Tell me, old fiend, how are you holding up? Finally destroying the hide you played. That was my wife, Jenner, was great fun. She was but the first chapter in a long tome detailing the chaos of our lives together, young fiend. I'll be seeing you, old fiend. If I understand the ancient texts, Nevenda has gone through 9 epochs plus another lost epoch. That's when this city was built. We head for the Whitelands. Former lair of dwarves, the Whitelands spanned from the mountain Geheltrat to the fields of Nod. With the dwarven people long dead, the Whitelands are now home to elves. Rzekomo hard difficulty, przekonamy się. W sumie zwaliłem trochę sytuację, bo mogłem sobie ulepszyć itemki nowe, które założyłem. You've heard tales of winds that could freeze and shatter a mortal in one gust. Avalanches that tumble from the clouds for weeks without end. How pleasantly unexpected then for you to arrive here, the rolling expanse of sprawling meadow.
Hey Ori, you sure this is the Whitelands? I feel like we made a wrong turn somewhere.
This is the Fields of Nod. That is the Whitelands.
Orion points dramatically upwards to a rock face encased in ice and turrets of snow, leading higher than you can see.
The iron's ash falls from the clouds.
It's snow, you imbecile. And beyond that, one of the many graveyards left in Mortis's wake.
I know these mountains were home to the Dwarven King Sturmir Thunderhammer, but that's not exactly helpful to us at the moment.
The dwarves called that mountain Geholterat. Galleon's forces stormed it and felled the few dwarves that survived Mortis's attacks. Then here they remained, living in the strongholds of the dead.
That's a bit dark.
I'll say.
Considering this is one of the only known elven strongholds, I just assumed there'd be more, you know, elves.
Just because we can't see them, it doesn't mean they're not close by and watching us.
Then they are cowards.
Have you heard who leads the people here?
Only rumors. There's an old story about a princess, a baby that the people worship. But I don't even know how elves work. I mean, aren't they born fully formed?
Yes, it's the one thing they and the undead have in common.
There'll be no alliance so long as the elves are up there and we're down here. Let's climb.
Sprawdzę sobie tylko jedną rzecz, czy mogę jakiegoś dodatkowego sobie wziąć sojusznika, ale widzę, że nie mogę. Za 10 kogoś mogę dać. Ewentualnie mogę sobie wsadzić tutaj, nie wiem, tego rycerza. Nie zapisałem tego. Dobra. Ale ładnie. Seemingly from the sun an arrow lands squarely between your feet. Then a small troop of ancient elves stands from the tall grass.
The fields of Nod are the territory of my pack. One more step is a step into your grave.
Nice of you to give us a warning shot, at least.
We don't intend to stay. We need to get through and scale the mountain. We'll pay for safe passage.
You see us as beggars? We want your bodies buried under the saplings of our blood trees.
Okej. No cóż, faktycznie nie są za przyjazne te elfy. Myślałem, że to będzie, wiecie, taka delikatna, ku światłości i wyższego dobra rasa. Się okazuje, że nie są niczym lepszym od ogółem jakiejkolwiek rasy. Wszyscy tutaj jacyś tacy, nie wiem, nadpobudliwi i tak dalej.
Stand down.
To daje na minus, to daje na minus. Okej, to ja sobie mogę w sumie tutaj stanąć. Poczekałbym. Weekend. Jaka fajna muzyczka w ogóle. To było ciekawe.
Today is a good day for a fight. Feel his wrath.
Nice.
Pressing the enemy on the offensive.
Confuse? Nie będzie, bo nie ma. Okej. Tutaj sobie staniemy. Ale to jest satysfakcjonujące, jak takie AOE potężne wchodzi.
You will be purged. This suffering must end.
Dobra, w ten sposób to załatwimy. On jest podpalony, ale nie chcę, żeby on wybuchł, bo trochę słabo to wygląda. Ale tak prędzej. Kryt bardzo fajny zaskoczył. To mi się podobało. Dobra, i teraz jeszcze mamy tego naszego ziomutka. Nasz ziomutek sobie stanie tutaj
We will earn their blood.
i zapierdzieli swoim kołowrotkiem oczywiście.
Earned blood. Ha.
Pięknie. 3 zabił za jednym zamachem. Ten się i tak wykończy, więc ja może byłbym za tym, żeby sobie uleczyć tą moją jednostkę tam, bo nie chciałbym mimo wszystko jej stracić. Czemu nie mogę?
Moving.
Dobra, dawać mi to.
I am Aviana from Ilion.
To musiało boleć. Jestem unieruchomiony. No dobra.
Hi, Father. Shine a light. Father, guide my blade.
Breaking the line. Holding the line.
No i po tobie.
Empire.
Po co ci to było? Wystarczyło przeprosić.
Everyone all right?
I stepped on an arrow, which really hurts. But other than that, yes, we're fine. You?
Elves clearly don't like outsiders. We need to find a way to convince them we mean no harm. In the meantime, don't let your guard down.
No, i to jest podejście. Nie potrzebujemy w sumie tego używać, bo i tak mamy pełne życie. The expanse of sweetly flowers bathe the base of the mountain in a strange, honeyed smell. Slowly, Almost imperceptibly, the world grows blurry. Then your limbs grow tired and heavy. Every step seems more impossible than the last. Bactal inhales the summer scent deeply, sneezes, then falls to the ground without hurt. Then Ejamar, then Coruscandra. Then Orion looks at you, drowsily, worriedly.
Abby. I.
Everyone run! Get out of the fields. It's some kind of trap.
Your words echo in your head as some sort of lullaby might. They chime heavily. It's deafening. The world grows dark, your body wageless. Good night, you say to yourself and the world. O co chodzi? Oh, come on. Seriously? Your blurry eyes adjust the dark around you, but they hardly need to. You know a jail cell well enough.
It was the flowers in the fields of Naught. The reason you fell asleep. But then I guess you've already figured that out.
Your eyes adjust to see the slender form of an elven assassin.
The fields of Naught don't work on elves. But then I guess you've figured that out too.
I'm Aviana of Ilion.
Ah, sorry. It's been a while since I had a cellmate. I'm Cowan, former chief assassin for the Elven Alliance. Now, chief prisoner.
The stone is warm, but the air is cold. I assume we're a long way from the fields of Naught.
No, but the winter winds of the mountains cut through here like a knife. This is an old dwarven outpost carved out by hill giants and yetis in the 6th epoch. Now my people use it as a prison. Outside is the path up the mountain Gehalderat. Not that it matters.
I was with Orion and some others.
Short, smells like ale, snores like a Dracolich.
That's definitely Ori.
They brought you all in together, but are keeping you separate. Your friends are safe, for now.
I feel like I've been out for a year.
I feel I haven't seen the light of the sun or moons in an epoch. But it's safe to say you've been here a long time, yes?
We've been imprisoned for trespassing. What's your story?
High treason. Which sounds dramatic. And it is.
Well, my whole journey started because I almost killed the head of a church, and now I'm a famous criminal across the Empire. There must be a way out.
Why would you want to leave?
It's my fault my friends are even in this place. If anything were to happen to them...
If they were your friends, then they chose to be at your side, no matter the cost. Even if the cost is a lifetime stuck in an elven prison. Still, you look stubborn and I'm feeling generous. Let me help.
Tolkien jogs his memory. There was a time he'd planned to escape. Such plans were long forgotten until now.
Morok key. No dwarven door can remain close to it, even a cell door. I once planned to use it, but there's the small matter of the army of guards.
He reveals a makeshift key, a carefully carved rock emanating an otherworldly green glow.
You'd give it to me?
Either you die, in which case the Morok was of no worth anyway, or you live, in which case it served its purpose.
When I get out of here, I'm going to need to stay away from the fields of Naught.
Then head north. Though scaling the ranges to Strong Peak is no less treacherous. It's where the leader of the Whitelands resides.
You know a lot about the elves. You mind if I ask some questions?
As it should happen, I have nothing but time.
I was hoping we could talk about the history of the elven clans.
We're the oldest race in Nevendar. How much time do you have? But seriously, our people were formed by the god Galleon in the epoch of Nirengar, the epoch of Inception. We ruled for thousands of generations. Dynasties rose and fell, but always the elves remained. Until the schism. When Galleon died, my people split in two. The noble elves retreated into the world of men. Pathetic. All of them. Others, like myself, remained true elves. They call us feral. It's a slur I wear with pride.
The Whitelands must have a leader.
My people bend their knee to the twin elders, Lariel and Monwian. But the Whitelands are governed by a woman named Ormariel.
Or Muriel. Got it. This is Dwarven territory. I wasn't expecting this to be an elven stronghold.
Which is precisely why it is. My people fight for the land stolen by the Empire, for the lives taken by the Legion, and for the souls fouled by Mortis. Until we can take back what is ours, we take whatever we must to survive.
There are other things to discuss. Thanks for the key, Cowan, but I have to go.
If you do intend to befriend my people, you'll need to do so through their leader, a chieftain named Ormariel, held at Strongpeak.
Held?
As is true of all of us, she is a captive. When you see her, give her this for me.
He hands you a small trinket of elven design. You do not recognize it, but notice he has another tied around his wrist.
Let her know Cowan pledges himself. Go wisely, Aviana.
Will do. Now, to teach a bunch of guards a lesson, if you'll excuse me.
I w tym momencie możemy zakończyć sobie odcinek. Powiem wam tak, śmiesznie troszeczkę, bo ledwo wróciliśmy prawie że z Zaświatów, bo żeśmy umarli, to znowu zostaliśmy wtrąceni do więzienia. No nieźle, nieźle, ale mniejsza z tym. Widzimy się w kolejnym odcinku, w którym będziemy tutaj walczyć sobie drogę na powierzchnię. Do zobaczyska.